The Victory ship was a class of cargo ship produced in large numbers by North American shipyards during World War II to replace losses caused by German submarines. Based on the earlier Liberty ship, they were slightly larger and had more powerful engines for better evading U-boats. A total of 531 Victory ships were built. VC-2 design. One of the first acts of the United States Warshipping Administration upon its formation in February 1942 was to commission the design of what came to be known as the Victory class. Initially designated EC-2 SAP-1, where EC-2 equals emergency cargo, Type 2, S equals steam propulsion with one propeller, it was changed to VC-2 SAP-1 before the name Victory ship was officially adopted on April 28, 1943. The design was an enhancement of the Liberty ship, which had been successfully produced in extraordinary numbers. Victory ships were slightly larger than Liberty ships, 14 feet longer at 455 feet, 6 wider at 62 feet, and drawing 1 foot more at 28 feet loaded. Displacement was up just under 1,000 tons, to 15,200. With a fine raked bow and a cruiser stern, to help achieve the higher speed, they had a quite different appearance from Liberty ships. To make them less vulnerable to U-boat attacks, Victory ships made 15 to 17 knots, 4 to 6 knots faster than the Liberties, and had longer range. The extra speed was achieved through improved engines. Rather than the Liberty's 2,500 horsepower triple expansion steam engines, Victory ships were designed to use either Lentz-type reciprocating steam engines, steam turbines or diesel engines, variously putting out between 6,000 and 8,500 horsepower. Most used steam turbines, which had been in short supply earlier in the war and reserved for warships. All were oil-fired, but for a handful of Canadian vessels completed with both coal bunkers and oil tanks. Another improvement was electrically powered auxiliary equipment, rather than steam-driven machinery. To prevent hull fracture that dogged some Liberty ships, the spacing between frames were widened 6 inches to 36 inches, making the ships less stiff. The VC-2 SAP-2, VC-2 SAP-3, and VC-2 MAP-4 were armed with a 5-inch stern gun for use against submarines and surface ships, and a bow-mounted 3-inch/50 caliber gun and 8.20 mm cannon for use against aircraft. These were manned by United States Navy Armed Guard personnel. The VC-2 SAP-5 Haskell-class attack transports were armed with the 5-inch stern gun, 1 quad 40 mm Bofors cannon, 4 dual 40 mm Bofors cannon, and 10 single 20 mm cannon. The Haskells were operated and crewed exclusively by U.S. Navy personnel. Construction. The first vessel was SS United Victory, launched at Oregon Shipbuilding Corporation on January 12, 1944 and completed on February 28, 1944, and at her maiden voyage a month later. American vessels frequently had a name incorporating the word Victory. The British and Canadians used Fort and Park respectively. After United Victory, the next 34 vessels were named after Allied countries, the following 218 after American cities, the next 150 after educational institutions, and the remainder given miscellaneous names. The April 5 type attack transports were named after United States counties, without Victory in their name, with the exception of USS Marvin H. McIntyre, which was named after President Roosevelt's late personal secretary. Although initial deliveries were slow, only 15 had been delivered by May 1944. By the end of the war 531 had been constructed. The Commission cancelled orders for a further 132 vessels, although 3 were completed in 1946 for the Alco Steamship Company, making a total built in the United States of 534, made up of the wartime construction. 414 of these were of the standard cargo variant and 117 were attack transports. Because the Atlantic battle had been won by the time that the first ships appeared, only 2 were sunk by U-boats. These were Fort Bellingham and Fort St. Nicholas. 3 more were sunk by Japanese kamikaze attack in April 1945, Logan Victory, Hobbs Victory and Canada Victory. Many saw post-war conversion and various uses for years afterward. The single VC-2 MAP-4 diesel-powered Emery Victory operated in Alaskan waters for the Bureau of Indian Affairs as North Star 3. April 3 Type South Bend Victory and Tuskegee Victory were converted in 1957-58 to ocean hydrographic surveying ships USNS Bowditch and Dutton, respectively. Dutton aided in locating the lost hydrogen bomb following the 1966 Palomas B-52 crash. Starting in 1959, several were removed from the reserve fleet and refitted for the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. One such ship was the SS Kingsport Victory, which was renamed USNS Kingsport and converted into the world's first satellite communications ship. Another was the former Haiti Victory, which recovered the first man-made object to return from space, the nose cone of Discoverer 13, on August 11, 1960. USS Shipyards was converted in 1969-1970 to the range instrumentation ship USNS Range Sentinel for downrange tracking of ballistic missile tests. 4 Victory ships became fleet ballistic missile cargo ships transporting torpedoes, Poseidon missiles, packaged petroleum, and spare parts to deployed submarine tenders, USNS Norfolk, USNS Furman, USNS Victoria, USNS Marshfield. In the 1960s 2 Victory ships were reactivated and converted to technical research ships by the U.S. Navy with the hull type AGTR-SS Iran Victory became the USS Belmont and SS Simmons Victory became the USS Liberty. The Liberty was attacked and severely damaged by Israeli forces in June 1967 and subsequently decommissioned and stricken from the Naval Register. The Belmont was decommissioned and stricken in 1970. Baton Rouge Victory was sunk in the Mekong Delta by a Viet Cong mine in August 1966 and temporarily blocked the channel to Saigon. Shipyards The Victory ship were constructed in 6 West Coast and 1 Baltimore emergency shipyards that sprang up in World War II to build Liberty, Victory, and other ships. The Victory ship was designed to be assembled by the smallest capacity crane at these shipyards. In addition to the American construction, some ships were also built in British yards, and 300 hulls in Canadian. Ships in class. Status of remaining Victory ships: 3 are now open for tours as museum ships: SS American Victory, SS Lane Victory, SS Red Oak Victory. 1 is laid up in the National Defense Reserve Fleet. Status indicated is, as of March 31, 2010, in MARAD inventory. 1 is at Sparrows Point, Maryland undergoing scrapping, USS Range Sentinel, hull number 553, type VC-2 SAP-5, status, being scrapped at Sparrows Point Shipyard. 4 are at Brownsville, Texas undergoing scrapping, status indicated is, as of March 31, 2010, in MARAD inventory. SS Earlham Victory, hull number 763, type VC-2 SAP-2, status, being scrapped at All Star Metals. SS Pan American Victory, hull number 746, type VC-2 SAP-2, status, being scrapped at All Star Metals. SS Rider Victory, hull number 777, type VC-2 SAP-2, status, being scrapped at ESCO Marine, Brownsville, TX. SS Winthrop Victory, hull number 790, type VC-2 SAP-2, status, being scrapped at ESCO Marine, Brownsville, TX. The stern of the SS Flamborough Head, later HMCS Cape Breton is, as of December 1, 2013, facing scrapping at the North Vancouver waterfront, the rest of the ship having been sunk as an artificial reef. See also, Empire ships, Liberty ship, list of Victory ships, Park ships, Port Chicago disaster, T2 tanker, Type C1 ship, Type C2 ship, Type C3 ship, U.S. Merchant Marine Academy. Notes: ABCDEFGHIJKLMNO Culver, John A., Captain USN. A Time for Victories. United States Naval Institute Proceedings, February 1977, pages 50-56. What kind of tons? Liberty ship article specifies long tons. Jaffe, Captain Walter W., The Lane Victory, the last Victory ship in War and in Peace, 2nd ed., pages 14, The Glen Cannon Press, Palo Alto, California, 1997. http www.globalsecurity.org Systems Victory Ships Design HTM, Melson, Louis B., Captain USN Contact 261 United States Naval Institute Proceedings June 1967, WWII Construction Records, Private Sector Shipyards that built ships for the U.S. Maritime Commission. Archived from the original on October 23, 2006. Retrieved November 3, 2006. Victory ships built by the United States Maritime Commission during World War II, listed by shipyard. Retrieved November 4, 2006. BB Metals awarded naval shipbreaking contract. Retrieved November 17, 2012. http www.nsnews.com North Vancouver Scraps Flamborough Head 1.716231. Retrieved December 3, 2013. References: SS American Victory website, SS Lane Victory website, U-Boat.net, United States National Park Service document on historical significance of SS Red Oak Victory, Lane, Frederick, Ships for Victory, A History of Shipbuilding under the U.S. Maritime Commission in World War II. Johns Hopkins University Press, 2001. ISBN 0-8018-6752-5, Sawyer L.A., and W. H. Mitchell, Victory Ships and Tankers. The History of the Victory-type cargo ships and of the tankers built in the United States of America during World War II. Cambridge, Maryland, Cornell Maritime Press, 1974, Heel, S.C., A Great Fleet of Ships, The Canadian Forts and Parks. Vanwell, 1993 ISBN 978-1551250,236. External links: Liberty Ships and Victory Ships, America's Lifeline in War, A Lesson on Liberty Ships and Victory Ships from the National Park Service's Teaching with Historic Places, Victory Ship makes 15 knots, outstrips Liberty Popular Mechanics, December 1943.